The bizarre and unexplained disappearance of Logan Schiendelman. In the pantheon of America's most baffling missing persons cases, the name Logan Schiendelman deserves a prominent place. His disappearance in May of 2016 stunned his family, confused investigators, and left a void filled only with questions, rumors, and haunting speculation. And the complexities of modern life before slipping into thin air in a way that has defied logic and resolution for nearly a decade. At just 19 years old, Logan vanished in broad daylight under circumstances so peculiar and disturbing that the case continues to mystify those who learn about it. This is the story of a young man grappling with personal identity, potential mental health issues. Virginia, by all accounts, was a stable and supportive presence, offering a loving home for Logan and his older half-sister, Chloe. She provided not only care but consistency, rock for Logan during his formative years. Despite the absence of his biological parents, Logan had what many might consider a typical suburban upbringing. He would spend hours alone, reflecting or pacing, sometimes lost in thought. He wasn't depressed in an overt sense, but there was a sense of inner turmoil that hadn't been there before. Early life and background: he was intelligent, observant, and deeply thoughtful, perhaps to the point of overthinking. Logan told his grandmother that he had experienced an epiphany. While Virginia wasn't entirely sure what he meant, she could tell it had deeply affected him. According to her, Logan seemed anxious unusually so and had a nervous energy about him. At Tumwater High School, he played on the football team and was known to be both athletic and reserved. She got the sense that he was trying to work something out, perhaps a personal revelation or a sudden clarity about his future. There was no sign of a struggle, no blood, no damage to the vehicle, just an eerily abandoned car with no trace of its owner. Tragically, she would be the last known person to see him. Witnesses described seeing the Sebring veering across 3 lanes of traffic at a slow speed before coming to a stop. Not a shoe print, not a piece of clothing, not a clue. It was as if he had vanished into thin air. Cadaver dogs, tracking teams, and search and rescue personnel canvassed the area for hours. Helicopters and drones were deployed to scan the dense forest which bordered the highway. There were no credible sightings, no activity on his bank account or phone, and no evidence of foul play. They also reported seeing a tall man, approximately 6 feet tall, exit the vehicle from the passenger side and run into the nearby wooded area. His coaches and peers noted that he wasn't the type to seek out attention, and he often kept to himself. Logan Drew Schiendelman was born on June 27, 1996, and raised primarily in Tumwater, Washington, a suburban town nestled between Portland and Seattle. However, like many teenagers, he struggled with the transition from home to college life. The car was not parked in a conventional manner. It had been left straddling the shoulder and the roadway, almost as if it had drifted to a stop. Logan's wallet, cell phone, car keys, and crucially, his EpiPen were all still in the car. The presence of the EpiPen was particularly alarming. Logan suffered from a severe peanut allergy and reportedly never left home without it. To leave it behind, along with his most important belongings, was entirely out of character and deeply unsettling to his loved ones. He became increasingly withdrawn, and after just 1 semester, he dropped out and returned home to live with his grandmother. He was biracial. His mother, Hannah Schiendelman, was white, while his father, a Saudi national, had returned to his home country before Logan was born and was not involved in his life. As a result, Logan was raised by his maternal grandmother Virginia Jabo, who played a central role in his upbringing. Friends and family describe Logan as an introspective and kind-hearted young man. After graduating in 2015, Logan enrolled at Washington State University, majoring in botany. Virginia recalled that he seemed to be going through a difficult time emotionally. The day before he disappeared on the morning of May 19, 2016, something changed. He didn't go into detail about the nature of this epiphany, but the way he acted led Virginia to believe it was something profound. That same day, Logan drove off in his 1996 black Chrysler Sebring and never returned. The abandoned car. The following day, May 20th, Logan's car was found on the shoulder of Interstate 5 near mile marker 92, just outside of Tumwater. Even more concerning was what was found inside the vehicle. 3 different motorists had called 911 that morning to report strange behavior involving Logan's car. Police arrived shortly thereafter and conducted an initial inspection of the scene. Search efforts and initial investigation. When Logan was reported missing, a search was launched by local authorities. Despite a massive effort, no trace of Logan was ever found. Investigators were baffled. Logan's sudden disappearance and the strange scene at the side of the highway led them down multiple investigative paths, but each one hit a dead end. As days turned into weeks and weeks into months, the case began to grow cold.